Hi, everyone. It's Margaret here again. And today I'd like to talk about 5 powerful ways to raise your energy vibration. And when you raise your energy vibration, you can manifest anything you desire, your most important, strongest, biggest desires, achieve your biggest goals in record time, faster and with more ease than you could ever imagine. So the first way is the kind of images or pictures you make up in your mind. You know, we're constantly making up mind movies in our mind throughout the day. For example, if somebody just casually says to you, I want to go out and walk my dog. Well, immediately when you hear that, you see an image in your mind of a dog. So we're automatically doing that throughout the day. Now, the tricky thing is that some people, they have a lot of negative kinds of images in their mind, and that tends to lower their energy vibration. I heard a story from one of my mentors who was helping his client overcome the fear of flying. So he asked his client, what are the images you get when you think about flying in an airplane? And he had some really, disastrous pictures, all kinds of catastrophes and disasters. And, the plane is about to crash and it's over an ocean. And then his little girl is saying, Daddy, Daddy, where are you? I can't find you. And, just all kinds of catastrophic images. So no wonder he was afraid of flying, and he needed to do that for his career. So my mentor had him change the pictures that he associated with flying, change the images that he was making in his mind. So what about you're flying first class, you have a nice glass of wine, there's a great movie on playing in the airplane, and you just sit back and relax, and you're really looking forward to your trip and all the people you're going to be meeting or reconnecting with, some exciting adventures you might be having, new people, new friends you'd be making, and so on. So he did overcome his fear of flying just by changing the images, the pictures in his mind movies. So they become more movies with happy endings that are positive and puts them in an uplifted, higher vibrational mood. The second way is self-talk. We're constantly talking to ourselves. It's basically the thoughts we have in our mind. And so many of us are telling ourselves really negative, critical statements, judgmental statements about ourselves. Oh, I screwed up again. Oh, what a loser I am. Oh, this is never going to work, or things never work out well for me, so on and so forth. Well, what about changing that self-talk? Like, there's never any failure as long as I learn something. Oh, so it didn't come out exactly right, but next time I'll do better because I learned an important lesson from this experience. I'm so grateful that I had this opportunity to learn something new so that I can achieve my goal that much faster, and so on and so forth. So just turn it around. And wouldn't it be nice to be whispering in your own ear really lovely, beautiful messages, uplifting, inspiring, empowering messages? And the third way is physiology, as Tony Robbins emphasizes that a lot. So if I'm sitting up in my chair, so sit up straight, back straight, shoulders back, and head held high. How do you walk and move? How you sit up in a chair? How do you carry yourself? Will change your state of mind, your energy state, your vibrational state. For example, how do you picture someone who's down and depressed and discouraged? I mean, would he or she be having their head hung low, shoulders hunched, sort of like that? Maybe staring into the ground. You know, it's very hard to, excuse me, to stay depressed if you start sitting up tall or walking tall, head held up high, back straight, shoulders back. It's hard to stay depressed when you're, you know, carrying yourself and your body this way. Now, the fourth one you may be familiar with. It's a basic technique from NLP, anchoring, which Tony Robbins covers that a lot. But it's, well, let me give you an example. Supposing, now I've worked with someone who had a great challenge opening up, being vulnerable, and speaking honestly with someone he really cared about, but he would just freeze up for fear he'd say the wrong thing or offend that person, and maybe they'll leave the relationship, all these fears. And so I asked him, think of a time when you overcame a big challenge that you'd been, you know, having this challenge for years, maybe, or months anyway, and you haven't been able to overcome it. And then you did. How did you feel? And he said, oh, I felt proud of myself. I felt happy, felt triumphant, expansive. I felt joyful. And my heart opened up. I saw a positive future ahead of me, that kind of feeling. So then you can do this with some experience from your past too. Do it on your own. But the thing is, I asked him to keep intensifying that feeling of expansiveness, gratitude, joy, proud of yourself, encouraged, optimistic about your future. Keep intensifying it. Double that feeling. And I said triple that feeling, quadruple that feeling, 10x that feeling. And as you have that feeling grow stronger and stronger, think of a physical gesture you could do as you were feeling these ever stronger feelings. Now, this is the gesture I use. I take my left hand, so it's my left thumb, I squeeze it with my left forefinger. So as I'm feeling this joy and triumph and pride in myself and expansiveness, I squeeze that finger. And you just keep doing it over and over and keep intensifying that feeling so that you've anchored it in. You've linked it strongly to a physical gesture, that feeling and the gesture. And so I asked him to try it. Next time he had a chance to talk to this person that was so challenging for him to be himself with. And they don't even have to see him doing this gesture. But when he did that gesture, he had that feeling of being strong and confident and knowing that he would say the right thing in the right way for that person. So that's another way to raise your vibration. Raise your confidence level as well. And so a fifth way, which I'd like to share with you, is music. I love, because sound vibration is so powerful and can be so healing. And what I love is meditational music, the kind of music that's in the background when maybe you're watching or listening to a guided meditation or hearing someone say positive, powerful affirmations. That kind of music, it can be soothing, relaxing. It can raise your vibration. It can make you bring joy and happiness to your state of mind, to your energy state. So meditation music. And then I'd like to share one little one. I know I said 5, but this is something that actually I'm going to go into more detail in a future video, but I can just touch upon it now. It's called quantum jumping, or there are different versions of it: quantum leaping, quantum jumping. And basically, the idea behind that is, think of a dream, a big goal, a desire you really, really want to manifest. And then close your eyes and visualize. Imagine, what kind of person would you need to become to successfully achieve that big goal, manifest that big dream? Really get into it, vividly visualize that person. How would he or she talk, walk, carry themselves? When they walk into the room, how would people respond to them? How would they talk to other people? What are the thoughts that are going on in their mind moment to moment? What's the first thing they think of when they first jump out of bed? How do they talk to themselves? What kind of energy do they radiate out to the world? Is it positive and joyful, grateful, happy to be alive, full of love, loving their life and loving the people in their life? So really get into, especially the feeling part. How are they feeling? How would you be feeling if you achieved that goal? Really capture that feeling and intensify it. And then the next step is to step into the skin, the body of that person that has already achieved the goal that you want to achieve. You merge with them. You become that person. You know the saying, everything is energy. And the universe doesn't give you what you want. You manifest who you become. And it's who you become energetically. What frequency are you vibrating at when you have become that person that's already done it, achieved it? And that's another great way, a powerful way to manifest what you want, raise your vibration, and achieve the dream that you've always wanted to achieve. So I hope you got something out of this. Would love to hear your comments and your thoughts about it, and hope it was helpful. And you have a beautiful day. And I'll cover the subject of quantum jumping in a future video. Bye-bye for now.